Queen Jetson of Bhutan participates in a ceremony in Thimphu. Princess Astrid of Belgium continues her economic mission to Australia. King Charles III and Queen Camilla of the United Kingdom host a reception in London. And Crown Princess Mary of Denmark begins her 3-day visit to the United States. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're doing well. My name is Alexandra, and welcome to your Royal Daily News for Tuesday, October 24th, 2023. Her Royal Highness, Crown Princess Mary of Denmark, arrived in New York City on Sunday evening to begin her 3-day visit to the United States. While in New York City, the Crown Princess will participate in the celebration of UN Day at the United Nations headquarters, as well as participate in a series of engagements to promote Denmark's candidacy for the United Nations Security Council. On Monday evening, the Crown Princess attended a reception with 39 UN ambassadors from the Small Island Developing States Association and other representatives held at the Danish UN mission. According to the Danish Royal Court, during the reception, the Crown Princess gave a speech that emphasized Denmark's, quote, role in the coalition on addressing sea level rise and existential threats, which aims to raise awareness of the consequences of climate change, including the impact of rising sea levels on low-lying societies, end quote. Over the weekend, Her Royal Highness Princess Benedikte of Denmark, as patron, attended the 2023 World Cup Herning held at the Messe Center in Herning. The 3-day equestrian competition featured, amongst other things, dressage and show jumping. In Stockholm, the Royal Highnesses Crown Princess Victoria and Prince Daniel of Sweden held a meeting this afternoon with representatives from the National Police Operations Department at the Royal Palace. During the meeting, the representatives informed the Crown Princess couple about the crime prevention method known as the right curve, which is based on the German method known as Kurve kriegen. According to the Swedish Royal Court, the method, quote, helps to identify children between the ages of 8 and 15 who are deemed to be at a particularly high risk of becoming a part of organized crime. The method involves the police together with social workers in close connection with the child's family and other networks, working to create a safe future, end quote. The right curve has been introduced in several major cities in Sweden, including Gothenburg. In London, Their Majesties King Charles III and Queen Camilla of the United Kingdom hosted a reception at Buckingham Palace for the Kenyan diaspora in the United Kingdom. This afternoon's reception was held on the occasion of the upcoming state visit to the Republic of Kenya at the invitation of the President, William Ruto. Moreover, to celebrate the warm relationship between the United Kingdom and the Republic of Kenya and the strong dynamic partnership they continue to forge. Guests attending the reception included individuals from the business, media, charity, art, sport, government, and military sectors. Their Majesties King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia of Spain arrived on the island of Tenerife this morning to assess the damage caused by the recent wildfires. According to Reuters, over 3,000 people were evacuated from their homes when a wildfire broke out due to high temperatures and strong winds raging in an area already ravaged by a fire that began on August 15, 2023 in the Arrafo Mountains. 3.5 weeks later, the August wildfire destroyed over 15,000 hectares of forest, affecting 12 municipalities, including the national park surrounding the Mount Tere volcano, which is Spain's highest peak. Today's visit began at the Chipeque viewpoint in Santa Ursula, where Their Majesties held a meeting with the mayors of the municipalities that were damaged by the wildfires. During the meeting, Their Majesties were informed about the scope of the fire by the technician of the Territorial Forestry and Fire Management Service of Tenerife and the head of Civil Protection and Emergency Response Service of the Government of the Canary Islands. Thereafter, Their Majesties, accompanied by government representatives from the Canary Islands, visited Arrafo to attend another meeting with representatives of economic sectors affected by the fire. In the afternoon, Their Majesties arrived at the Auditorio Adan Martin in Santa Cruz de Tenerife to meet with the, quote, staff, personnel, groups, official schools, and corporations that have intervened since a forest fire was declared, a recognition of their valuable work in the fight against this forest disaster." End quote. This morning, Her Majesty Queen Jetson of Bhutan, accompanied by her second son, His Royal Highness Gayasali Prince Uyen Wangchuk of Bhutan, attended the Dashain Tika ceremony at the Devi Panchayin Mandir, which means temple, near Thimphu. Her Majesty the Queen and the Prince received the Tika, a symbol of purity and blessings, from the Pandans, which are wise men who have been celebrating the Durga Puja, known in Bhutan and Nepal as Dashain, at the Mandir. On a side note, Durga Puja is an annual Hindu festival that honors and celebrates the goddess Durga, who is also referred to as the embodiment of Shakti, or a symbol of feminine strength, who defeated the shape-shifting demon Mahishasur after a 9-day battle. According to the website Rajnet PG, during Durga Puja, people, quote, congregate to worship goddess Durga for her blessings while dressed in new attire. This festival serves as a reminder that good will always triumph, despite whatever circumstances may arise. End quote. Back to the Queen. This morning, she and the Prince offered prayers to the goddess Durga, as well as met with dozens of people who came to the temple to offer their prayers and receive the Tika. On Monday evening, His Royal Highness Hereditary Grand Duke Guillaume of Luxembourg attended the 10th anniversary celebrations of the company Doctina, held at the Luxembourg Chamber of Commerce in Kirchberg. According to the Cour Grand Ducal, the company created an online platform that allows patients to make appointments with doctors and healthcare professionals. Quote, 10 years later, the Luxembourg e-health solution now makes life easier for European patients and practitioners in Germany, Austria, Belgium, the Netherlands, and Switzerland. The online diary, adopted by nearly 10,000 healthcare professionals in 6 countries, including Luxembourg, have been used since its creation by 7 million patients. End quote. In 2023 alone, Doctina recorded over 16 million appointments. In Brussels, His Majesty King Philippe of the Belgians held an audience this afternoon with the European Commissioner for Home Affairs, Ylva Johannesson, at the Palais Royal de Bruxelles. Meanwhile, Her Imperial and Royal Highness Princess Astrid of Belgium, Archduchess of Austria-Est, continued her economic mission to Sydney, Australia. Today, the Princess visited the headquarters of the Flying Bark Productions, Australia's largest producer of animated films for children, which is owned by the Belgian company Studio 10. In the afternoon, the Princess visited the famous Sydney Opera House, which is celebrating its 50th anniversary this week. The day ended with a series of roundtable meetings focusing on artificial intelligence and the implementation of the UN Guiding Principles on Business and Human Rights. And finally, Her Majesty Queen Maxima of the Netherlands, in her capacity as the United Nations Secretary-General Special Advocate for Inclusive Finance for Development, continued her 3-day working visit to Kenya. The day began with a meeting with the Cabinet Secretary of the Environment, Ms. Soipan Tuya, in Nairobi. Thereafter, the Queen arrived at the UNDP Kenya to attend the, quote, launch of the new paper entitled Addressing Inequality, Universal Access to Digital Financial Services for Equitable Growth, end quote. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon. I will be back tomorrow on Wednesday, October 25th, with all the latest royal news. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful afternoon and a great day tomorrow. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss a thing. Okay, again, have a wonderful afternoon, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.